Welcome back to another episode de Todos Toman Podcast. No está Miguel, pero está Johnny Boy and Tank and myself. Y si no ven ahí la pantalla por todos los que están escuchando en Spotify, check out YouTube. Johnny Boy is showing off a precious, precious flag.
Precious, dude.
Y sí,
Ay, güey, espérate. Llegó el águila, güey, de repente, güey. Escuchó su himno y ya se va allá.
Mira, volando alto, ¿eh?
No. Ya se fue, güey. Ya, enough. Dijo que ya está volando alto, ya casi no alcanzo a ver, pero sí, muchachos, welcome everybody. Yeah, Miguel's not here. Estamos aquí, ya saben que we take a week off. Everybody, besides Romero, because he's responsible.
sí,
He's the only responsible one. So, a ver cuando.
Yo creo que el live se lo van a echar solos, muchachos, ¿eh?
Y
No sé. I think I got something to do that day.
We're going to postpone it, ¿no? Yeah.
Sí. Y sí, güey, porque, well, if we postpone it, have we talked about you coming over there or no? Really quickly?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's continue. We'll talk about that in a second. Pero if we postpone it, it's gonna have to be like 2 weeks from this last episode that we record. Pero let's start it off right, dude. Finally, I did remember que estamos tomando, dude. You guys, I'll start, dude, because I'm a little boring with the drinks. A little small Pacifico, dude. You know, just this is the beer to go to at the moment.
You said que you're Pacifico right now, right? You're drinking Pacificos?
Pacifico, dude, for sure.
Damn.
Cerrada, para que vean que no tank aquí.
here we go, dude.
Status, dude. Just throwing it out there, dude. What you got, Tank?
What you got, Tank?
Dude, so I really did like the drink that I made last time, which was tequila, sparkling water de toronja, and limón and tajín. So, como ya pasó el Día de la Madre, dude, le pedí el base a mi jefecita, dude.
¿De sus flores?
De sus flores, güey.
Dude. Yes, yeah, I made a little drink right here, dude.
Would you consider that a
Paul
paloma,
Bear,
dude? Paul Bear. Would you consider that a paloma or no?
I mean, maybe like I can't even say healthy alternative porque el tajín pues tiene mucho sodium, ¿no? Pero
Sodium?
pues, I guess it's like an
if you had a chance to name it, what would you name it?
Okay, that's a great question.
La palomita mejor, dude, porque no es una paloma, dude, es nada más una palomita, dude.
Sí. El Junior.
El Junior.
Okay.
Porque yo iba a decir, dude, isn't that like in Texas, and I go like this because I'm like, me cayó gordo when I started seeing it. Like they started calling the Topo Chico con tequila, limón y sal ranch water.
Ranch water, yeah.
Ranch water, dude. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no sé cuál, si tenga nombre. Like I'm sure it probably has a name, but I just don't know en español. Pero yeah, when I started seeing them, que it's a Texas drink, que we made it up and it's ranch water. Y ya después empezaron a salir ya the bottled ranch water, según.
Yeah.
Agua de rancho, ¿no?
Agua de rancho, sí.
No, es agua de rancho, no. Para tomarla no sabe bien fea, pero... Romero, what kind of fancy drink you got behind you, dude?
I do. I think I talked about it last week. I was gonna try it. I mean, I already tried it. It's good. I liked it. That's why I'm having it for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's Bar Hill Reserve Tomcat. It's gin.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Como no sé dónde está la cámara, ¿no?
Yeah, dude, you can.
Sí.
Damn. So esta me la trajo, I was explaining last episode. It was a coworker, went to DC, so Vermont, somewhere in that area. They took him out to a bar, and it was all gin.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a gin drinker. He likes whiskey and bourbon and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pero le dieron este drink, is gin on the rocks. And he's like, dude, like it can pass off as if it was like a bourbon or a whiskey.
Really? You see?
You see that I tried it and it was really good. I only had one glass, so this is the second glass I'll have. And pues aquí un saludcita porque ya se
set. Yeah, dude, yeah. Y eso que ya tomé yo, pero... Look at that little ass cup del Tank, dude.
Sí, ahorita viene el Undertaker, ¿no? En Hell in a Cell match.
It almost tastes like kind of like an old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. It's just I haven't paired it with the cigar, but that's what I
Oh,
want to do next.
nice. Yeah.
So
Mm,
and so
that's
even though he
interesting.
brought it from out
DC.
of state or whatnot, I did find the bottom bennies.
Oh,
So
damn.
Mm.
Okay.
I definitely
You think it's pricier at Vinny's than in DC? I don't know. Is
no,
it
so I
from
didn't look it
DC?
up anywhere.
No. Oh, okay. You just saw it was there, so like fuck it.
I don't know. That's a good question. I want to think that distillery is in Vermont.
Okay.
Um, in the heart, land crafted in the heart of Vermont.
Okay.
Um, okay, so made with juniper and raw honey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Um, so no sé mucho de gin, dude, pero I like it. It tastes pretty good, and it's probably that honey taste too. Like
Yeah.
it's not too bitter. It doesn't like like there's certain like bourbons que te deja un poquito más amargo. This one's a little on the sweeter kind of like honey notes, I guess.
Yeah.
Pero
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty good, dude.
Fuck it. Dude.
okay.
Qué bonito.
I still I
I'm-
don't think I've
Mhm.
tried any gin that probably wasn't mixed to that blue motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
probably
right.
like the only gin that I've ever tried. But past así como on the rocks, like no, I haven't tried anything like that. So
Yeah, I don't think on the rocks I've never tried.
mm,
Like I've tried drinks, que tienen gin. Like
sí.
Ujú.
they'll,
Pero
they'll
así
do
solito.
the syrup of like I don't know strawberry syrup with like something else and they put in a gin,
Yeah.
and it's pretty good. But gin by itself, yeah, I don't.
Because he recommended, he's like, se lo dieron on the rocks. And he's like, since he wasn't too big of a fan of gin, he's like, I'm just going to let it kind of dilute a little bit with the water so I can like, drink it easy. Um, he's like, but once I tasted it, he actually ordered a separate drink without ice. So just neat to
Hmm.
try it to see the difference.
Mhm.
He's like, I really liked it, so that's why he brought me a bottle. And dude, like I said, I don't know if I'm wanna explore what gin tastes like on the rocks, but
Yeah.
I'm going for this safe option because I tried it and it's good. But yeah, like I like same as you, like I don't think I've had gin by itself. I had it in mixed drinks and other things, but así solito no.
Damn, dude. Bueno, but
Now
let's
we
kick
got
it off,
something to share.
muchachos. Let's kick it off. As you guys know, ayer fue el partido de la América versus Cruz Azul. What were your thoughts, dude? Just quick, because we
I
barely
was
get
mad,
listeners
dude.
anymore.
I
Mad.
was mad
Ooh, damn.
porque I keep playing games with
With your heart,
what's
no?
that subscription?
Ah.
De that what is it? VIX Plus?
Mm.
I go on and off, right? Porque I'm like, I have it, I don't watch nothing.
So you
But
check
the
it out.
moment I want to watch something, I sign up for it. Y pues hace poquito es cuando I signed up for it. I let it run for like 2 months and I'm like, I'm not watching anything. La cancelé. And era el partido de la América and I was like I have no way to watch it.
Dude, again, we
So
go back to the conversation that I had told you. I have the damn login.
es lo que me dices, dude.
Ya te la, wait,
No
ya
se
te la
puede.
di, que
No,
no,
no se la mandas, ¿no?
no, ya te la di, que no la hagas guardado, like a good, responsible adult, dude. At this point of age, I have everything written down as far as passwords. Ya es cosa tuya, pero yeah, I got you. Remind me, and I'll do it.
Va, pero pues yeah, for this one, I didn't want to sign up for the service. I'm like,
So you didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it live. I was watching like recaps as they were coming
Oh,
in.
no
I
way.
was, so yeah, ya al último estaba bien pinche tratando de buscar un torrent or some shit, dude. Pero ya
Sí.
no alcancé a ver nada.
It was such a good game. Wait, such a good game. Not gonna lie, I was nervous as fuck. I was really nervous because Cruz Azul has been playing really good this whole season, and I think they were number 3 overall because I think it's Toluca, America, and then
Y sí
Cruz
fue
Azul.
penal.
Honestly, yeah. I'll tell you this: he did overreact on it, though. He did
Yeah.
overreact because the way he fell was a little weird. He felt that like the touch, and just with that little feeling, he
Ajá.
was like, se
Sí.
dejó caer muy feo. Nonetheless, sí fue penal.
So I was saying, igual, like a lot of people are saying, like he did oversell it, pero el portero como quiera, he stopped the play que podía haber sido gol. So it's like
Yeah.
because of that, like se tiene que dar el penal,
Yeah, but he did oversell it though, for sure. He fucking se tiró,
No,
but
o sea,
it's part of the show though. At the end of the day, it's part of the show porque viceversa hubiera pasado igual. Cruz Azul
Yeah.
player would have
Oh,
done the same
yeah.
thing, and it would have been the same thing. And I'm not just talking about Cruz Azul. Anybody who would have played in that stage and with the same play would have overreacted in a sense as well.
Yeah.
So así lo veo yo.
Porque como delantero, like you that's part of your job. Like as much as is your job to score goals is to be opportunistic in certain situations. Y hay veces que sí son muy descarados, pinche Robin.
Mhm.
Pero I mean, in this case, it was like he knew where he was standing to the point where once he felt the touch of the glove, is like si no te tiras, like no te van a cobrar el penal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the self-awareness, pero también the lack of awareness del portero in this stupid
That
play,
was
dude.
weird. That was a really bad
Hasta como le rebotó el
fuck
balón
up.
cuando cayó, like
And
it was
they're,
weird all around.
they're saying this the second time porque ya es en la final pasada que le metieron al gol de larga distancia because he was
Oh yeah. Mhm.
like too in front and shit. So they're like, pues ya van dos veces que la caga contra el América. Like una en la final y otra to get to the final. So
Yeah, I agree.
que nunca lo vendan, dude, porque
But yeah, definitely nervous. I watched it with a couple of people here, and we had a couple of drinks. Ya para ese tiempo, ya I was, a little buzzed, and I was feeling it. So cantaba todo. Dude, America had the chance, like a lot of chances, like ridiculously a lot of chances, and I thought it was going to be a blowout the way they were playing. Pero igual con la final que perdieron la última con Cruz Azul, it was the same thing. America had a lot of chances, and no pudieron, pero esta vez se pudo, dude. And Toluca is también looking really good this season, so it's gonna be a good game all around. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Pero speaking of America, I was just telling you guys que iba a ir a ver al America versus LAFC. They play here in LA on the 31st of May for a ticket at the World Cup, the Club World Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. We're gonna be sitting with the porra. I say we because I'm taking a couple people from here. My girl did want to go with me, but she's not an America fan. One, she's not willing to wear an America jersey. Two, she wanted to go with the LAFC jersey, and I told her, I was like, honestly, just
Not
so
in the porra side.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't recommend it. Not because it's America, and anywhere, any porra that you go to, I don't recommend anybody taking the opposite team jersey there, because maybe like there's gonna be people that are not gonna care about you, but there's gonna be that one guy, probably drunk, probably not, and they're gonna talk shit to you, and it's one of those things that's like, well, what do? Do I just let it go? And no, like it's gonna build up some heat inside me too, and it's just gonna ruin the day. I said so. One of the things like I recommend you staying back, and she's like, okay, so she's not gonna go with me, but yeah, dude, it's set. The 31st, dude. 31st.
Pues a eso entonces yo creo que cambio mi boleto, ¿no? Llego una semana antes.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to tell you, pero como que decirte, güey, llega el sábado y si quieres I'll drop you off on Sunday, like a lucha underground type thing. Pero I was like, nah, porque again, we didn't talk about it much, pero Romero's coming over to Cali on the 6th of June, which is a Friday.
Yeah.
And then he's leaving on the 9th. So that's the following week after the LAFC America game. Pero yeah, dude, I mean, that would be cool. I mean, it would have been cool que hubiera caído en esos tiempos cuando pudieran
En
venir,
esas fechas.
it is what it is, dude. No biggie. Te voy a dar la login para que a lo mejor me puedas ver, dude, en la tele, dude. A lo mejor
Allegedly.
Allegedly, dude. Pero sí, muchachos. So let's get it going, no, dude? We have some questions here, dude. That they're a little.
Okay. Well, before we get to the questions.
Okay.
Right. So I came across this video and I wanted to get your thoughts. I mean, hoping, right, that every week, like the band's gonna get back together. I want to hear the thoughts
We're gonna
of
appreciate
Johnny,
it for
Boy
that.
Tank, and Miguel. Pero I guess at this point, Miguel's gonna have to wait until next week. But I just found this interesting and I had mixed feelings about it.
A ver.
So I'm gonna play this video. You should be able to hear the audio. Let me just make sure that you can hear the audio. Pero yeah, that's the whole thing here. Share screen. So let me know your thoughts on this. So the video is called Trapped Between Life and Law in Georgia. Just 53 seconds. It shouldn't take long, but just listen through it.
There's no audio.
You see.
Romero,
¿No soy el audio?
No
No.
se escucha el audio. No.
Damn, that sucks.
Did you
this?
put share with audio?
I thought I did, dude.
Where?
I thought I did.
Try again.
Let me try one more time. Entire screen, share audio, share. A ver, vamos. Try number 2.
Adriana Smith is being kept alive by machines because she's pregnant. Georgia's abortion law demands that even in death, her womb must serve as an incubator. Smith is a 30-year-old nurse and mother in Atlanta. She was sadly declared brain dead in February after doctors discovered multiple blood clots in her brain when she was nearly 9 weeks pregnant. In Georgia, Smith is no longer a person. She is now a vessel, and her family can do nothing about it. The state's abortion ban only allows abortion after 6 weeks in very limited cases, like a medical emergency that threatens the mother's life or causes substantial and irreversible physical impairment. Since she's just a vessel, her life is no longer at risk, so she doesn't qualify for the exceptions. Her family just wants to be allowed to make the choice. Her mother describes visiting her daughter as torture, saying Smith's young son believes his mom is just sleeping. Her family says that the fetus has developed fluid on the brain, with doctors warning of possible severe disabilities if the child survives. In Georgia, Smith is not a woman with rights. Smith is an incubator.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude. I didn't know that was.
That was a video, no?
No, I didn't know that was a thing. O sea, que like,
Yeah, neither do I.
And on top of that, what they're saying is que they're keeping the daughter, quote unquote, alive, but she's not alive. Like she's just a vessel because she was pregnant when she passed away. And on top of that, like they don't know if the baby is gonna survive. If it survives, it's gonna have severe brain damage. And on top of it, the family is responsible for all medical bills.
damn.
So it's very, in my opinion, is very shitty all the way around. But I want to know your thoughts.
Dude, it's tough, right? We talked about abortion in the past, and we pro-choice, pro-life, and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that they have no say. I don't know if I'm getting a little bit, I guess, into detail, right? Don't you have? Isn't there some sort of like of a document? I don't want to say it's a will. It's some medical thing where someone can make that choice for you. I think it's an advanced directive. I think that's what it's called. And I think the advanced directive allows you I believe, to point somebody pretty much in that case, right? Like, oh, if I'm ever intubated, like, please, I want you to make that decision to let me go. And I might be wrong on the term, but I think that's what it's called. I wonder if that was a thing where she left. Nobody knows, right, when we're gonna die. So it's one of those things. It's like, oh, I guess I have the time and let me do it now. Porque si lo haces mañana, mejor mañana no te pasa. Pero I wonder if that could have probably helped her and her family to actually make the decision to let her go, especially when they know que también no nada más ella, she's pretty much gonna pass away 100% almost, if not 100. Pero también el niño,
I think that's the
might
thing,
not
that
even survive.
Yeah, and but that's the thing, that she is like medically considered dead.
Deceased.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, there's no, unplug me, because now if that's the case, like you're just kind of like going against the life of an unborn child. So that's where the laws come in place. That, like, because she went into this stage of being brain dead at week 9, apparently you only have up to week 6 in Georgia for whatever medical emergency you can perform, or you can have an abortion. Right? But past that, no matter what the emergency is, you're not allowed to
abort.
To abort. Where it's like apparently she does have a, you know, what they say, a 5-year-old son or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, that was like the mom's like, well, we still go see her because she's there,
Yeah.
and the son is like just kind of simulating like mom's asleep, she's gonna wake up, but the reality is that she's not. And on top of that, there could potentially be another kid, but in this case with needs that are gonna require like pretty much lifelong, what is it, lifelong
Lifelong.
Care?
support or
Yeah, care.
care. Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really tough. I think out of out of all that, obviously the whole situation is fucked up, kind of like what you said. But then the state or the hospital still trying to bill them, and it's like, well, you're not even allowing
Hmm.
me or allowing
They don't
her
have a
to
say.
peacefully pass away. Like you're forcefully keeping her alive, entre comillas, because she's they're just helping her breathe. But that's tough, dude. So fucked up. What do you think, Tech?
Posible, like, especially como dicen, like if it's gonna have like needs to be like to take care of the baby. Pues también like who exactly is gonna be the one taking over that responsibility, no? Porque pues like is it gonna be the dad? Is it gonna be la abuelita? So I
You don't
think
even know
it's
their family dynamics. Yeah.
right, exactly. So I think that's pretty fucked up to force a family into a situation like that. Y como decimos, like más que nada, like knowing that there's already issues with, like in this case, the fetus. So it's it's tough, dude. It's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I had never heard of a situation like that.
Yeah.
Y te digo, like, no sabía que existía eso de que, like, o lo menos in Georgia, I don't know, in other states, pero, o sea, que, like, ya past a certain time, como dice, like, you're just, since you're not alive, technically, like, you can't just, pero pues, I don't know, dude.
Again, I go back to my original thought, right? Like if she was to leave some sort of anything in writing, or
Mhm.
it's like if I'm ever intubated, but take me off. Like I don't want to have this. Like I wonder if her being pregnant would overrule this. I guess it would, right? Because that's why they're keeping her alive. So I guess it would overrule her wants in the sense that if I'm ever intubated, like take me off. But it never really specifies if I'm ever intubated and pregnant at the same time. Like I don't know. Like there's so many questions to all of this.
Yeah.
So many questions. But since we're there, I guess in that topic, would you guys want to be kept alive if you guys ever get intubated and they say he has, I don't know, 5-10% chance? Would you guys want to be kept alive? One, and then would you guys leave something like that responsible to decide for you? In this case, it could be a mom, a girlfriend, a wife, anybody. Like, who would it be that you would, I guess, leave in charge of a situation like that?
Honestly, I don't think I would want to. And es como el dicho, no, like esa ya no es vida. Like you're just there, and I feel like I would be a burden to whoever's has to like take care of me. Whether that's like kids in the future, whether that's like my wife in the future, whether that's my parents still, like my brothers, quien sea. I just feel like it would be more of a burden, and yeah, like I just feel like that's like a lo menos para mí eso ya no es vida, dude. So I wouldn't want to be kept alive. As far as who I would leave responsible for that call, it's hard, no? Like porque más por ejemplo, like for you guys that are married, it's more so I would assume your significant other that would be responsible for that. Pero pues también it's a tricky situation porque a veces I feel like like los papás kind of cling on to that hope of like no, like he has a 5% chance, so he might make it.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um, So it is hard because I mean también como dices like I think if I was in that situation, como dices, I would leave something in written to not leave that burden onto someone and no tenerlo en su conciencia, or a lo menos no tener other family members being like, oh, well, we thought he would have made it, pero, like his girl was like, no, like pull the plug, or like su mom or su dad said, pull the plug. So I don't want any like blame to be thrown around. And I wouldn't want that on anybody's conscience either, because it
Mhm.
is like something that can mess with you
Yeah.
mentally.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
It's a tragic situation, and it's funny that you say that in this case with me that I would leave my girl because yes, originally my first thought is her, like
Yeah.
leaving her in charge of it. But my wish is sorry to skip it, Romero, but I kind of looped in because of what he said. But my wish would be for me, yes, if I'm ever have to be intubated, like take me off, right?
Yeah.
And one time, maybe this year or maybe like the end of last year, we were talking about something like the same conversation, and I brought it up to her saying, if I'm ever in this situation, like please take me off. And she's like, I don't want to be the person to do that. She was like, because
Mm,
you're gonna leave me with the responsibility where yes, to respect your wishes, but what if I don't want that? She's like,
yeah.
what if they tell me you have 10% chance and I'm gonna want you to actually for you to try one and then for the doctors to keep on trying two. She's like, but then let's say that yes, I'll respect your wish. She's like, we have kids, and then what happens if I go against their wishes, right? Because you gotta understand, she's like, not only are you a husband, but you're also a father. And then as I'm trying to respect your wishes to take you off, what happens if one of them is like, no, don't do it, mom. Like that don't like he still has a chance, this and this and that. And I know
Yeah.
you brought up the situation with Tank with parents, different type of love, right? Different type of love
Yeah.
our parents have for us and we have for our kids or lo que sea. Pero igual, yeah, I'm sure maybe my mom would hear that I have 5-10% chance. Like she would want me to stay to keep fighting if that's the word to use.
Yeah.
Uh, but eventually we came to a conclusion where I don't want that, and I'm gonna write it down, and I'm not gonna leave
Mm,
it up to anybody. Like as soon as that happens, like I need to have it written down where this is what I want, these are my wishes, and unplug and let me go as much as straight as that could be. Porque también sí, I think about the situation que está pasando esta muchacha. It's traumatizing for a parent, right? Like her mom's seeing her and it's traumatizing. I'm sure she's all hooked up. Like there's a bunch of machines around her. But then imagine the kid too. Like I wouldn't want my kids to see me in some sort of stage where one, I'm not even there anymore. Like I'm physically, I guess physically I'm there, but I'm really not there like spiritually or like soul wise. And I feel like that's traumatizing. It's really traumatizing to see someone like that. So yeah, for me, I do not want to be intubated. Like, please unplug me if you guys ever, question that. But yes, I'm gonna have to make that decision, and eventually, I think I'm gonna leave something written down and um, get a notary or some shit where they're gonna have to just respect what I say, whether my girl wants it or my girl doesn't want it. This is my wish, and I'm gonna have to fulfill it.
I mean, that's fair. But how do you? I'm just not thinking about the logistics. It's like, how do you exercise that once you're, in your, in your hospital bed? It's like, how do you like go to the notario ahí en la villita? I left a page, que decía
Mm.
que unplug me.
The last time I went to the doctor, or every single time I go, because I've been going a little bit more often, um, they asked me about that. That's why I remember the word that advanced directive. And then if you do have
Mm.
it, they'll upload it to the I guess
Oh,
your
it's like
chart,
your medical records. Yeah, yeah,
your
your
medical record, and then it stays with you. And then so
got it.
eventually, yes, if the closest hospital that I go to or that's closest to me is where I go for my appointments nearby the house. So yeah, they would take me there, and then they would have my medical record. And sure enough, I think it just stays with your record eventually. As far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned, I might be wrong. I don't know much about it. So, but what do you think, Romero?
Just to keep it brief, I think I'm kind of aligned with your thoughts and a little bit of what Tank said. I think ultimately, like for me, like it used to be an easy like decision, right? Whenever we would talk about this or whatever, like it would be a no brainer. But like like, yeah, unplug me. I don't want to be plugged up to machines. I don't want to, if they're telling you there's a 5% chance, a 10% chance, it's like just let it be, right? If I make it on my own, it'll be great. But if I don't, then it's okay too. It's my time to go. I think ultimately, like, it really comes down to now, what stage of my life am I in, right? What stage of life am I in? Um, I mean, if I'm, in the upper 60s or whatever, it's like, up there in age, you lived your life, and that happens, it's like, I think it's more of not an easier decision, but it's like, yeah, that's fine. But then, like, if that shit happens tomorrow, I'm like, maybe let me fight it out a little bit. Like, give me a couple days to think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't unplug me right away. Um, por lo mismo, right? Porque pienso, like, you're leaving, obviously, your partner, you're leaving your, siblings, you're leaving your kids. Um, and so it's a little bit, it's a tougher decision for sure. But yeah, funny enough, like, so I started taking care of myself, and I went to the doctor, and that was one of the questions, right? Like, who would you put as not just your emergency contact, but somebody make decisions for you in the event that you're not able to. I didn't think about it twice. I just I told him, I'm like, oh, Carla, and gave her details, and she's like, oh, what is she? I'm like, she's my partner. And then they look at me, and they're like, these are unplug the cord type of situations. Like, are you sure?
Oh, he told you like
And
that,
I'm like,
or
yeah.
he or she?
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I guess I'm like, because I said partner versus wife,
Mm,
they
Oh, okay,
questioned
I
it,
see.
like, oh,
Mhm.
like, I'm like,
Are
no,
you are you
it's
sure?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'll put it to you this way. I don't even know my social security number. She does. Like, like,
that's funny.
so, but yeah, it's definitely a hard choice, and in the situation que esta muchacha is in, is actually, like, it's hard to see that at the end of the day, the people that are left behind, right? In this case, her mother. I don't know, family dynamics, as I mentioned earlier, is like they have no say. And it's not about the money, but they're still going to be tagged on with that hospital bill. Um, and there's a very high possibility that the baby is not born with any life.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, like, go through all of that for an extended, what, 6 7 months, because she was, only pregnant for, while being alive, for so long.
Mm-hmm.
um it's a shitty situation that you find yourself in by not having those rights. And again, a lot of people fight the pro-life and pro-choice, and you can stand in whichever side you're in. But I mean, we talked about this before. Not until you're faced with that situation in front of you is when you really kind of figure out where you really stand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Mm. Bueno, let's keep it moving, muchachos.
A little
Good,
drink to that, no?
dude, for sure. I guess let's try and remember about this case, and we'll see in the near future, a ver cómo, like, how it develops
How
and
it
how to
develops.
talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about it again. Moving on to another question. This question's a little trippy, dude. A little trippy. And I'm gonna ask it so Tank can answer it first, and I'll be left at the end, so I can
Oh,
piggyback off of everybody's.
No, no,
Piggyback
no.
off of everybody's.
see,
Put me at the end of the line.
Let's see, dude. So the question is: you find out your best friend's partner is cheating, but your friend is finally happy after years of bad relationships. Do you tell them or keep quiet?
damn, dude. I think I would tell him, dude. Like it sucks that like
It does suck. Why?
like I think it would suck porque pues como dices, like he's finally happy, but I mean he's only happy because he doesn't know,
I was gonna say, is he really happy though?
right?
At the end of the day,
Y
Scotty doesn't know.
easy, dude. So happy or not, dude, it's not a healthy relationship. He just doesn't know it yet. But yeah, I would definitely pull my friend to the side and be like, "Hey, dude, like," and it is tricky too, porque también, like, if he like, he's finally happy, yes, or he could take it the wrong way, where he's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
like,
was
you
gonna
know,
tell you that
like,
too.
y pues ha tocado donde they don't believe you until it's, they see it for themselves type of thing. So it is tricky, but like, I would do my best at least, you know. Y ya si no me cree, be like, all right, well, you know, I'm not telling you leave her. I'm just informing you of
What
what
I
I saw.
saw.
Y ya, lo que tú decidas, that's you, you know. Yes, but yeah, dude.
Okay, now you can't even show pictures. They're gonna claim it's AI, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Era mi twin, no?
nowadays, yeah.
Like,
So he looks like me. He's wearing what I'm,
looks
you know,
like-
what I'm
yeah.
wearing right now. But no,
dude, I
Yeah,
remember seeing a meme that said that this guy would, like, cuando siempre salía with like the side chick, he would wear clothes from like back in the days, like, you know, like así cuando le tomaban la foto, be like, oh no, like that photo's obviously from like 2013 or something. Like, so
Sale con
yeah,
su fanny pack, ¿no? Así como The Rock. Ahí con
Sí.
bien Romero trying to find loops in everything he does.
DC.
What do you think, Romero?
Like I agree with Tank, right? Like it's just like you see him happy and everything, but it's like it's worst, I think, when and I'll say he in this case, right? Like he'll find out that he's being cheated on. You knew about it. Everybody knew about it. Nobody told him,
Yeah.
right? It's like you just have to, it's that's your boy, right? So I think that's the right decision. The real question lies in what if it was the other way around? Been through tough relationships, finds a very steady relationship. He's very happy with this person, but also happens to be the one cheating. What do you do in that case?
A ver, ya, Johnny Boy,
La-
quería ser el último, güey.
Like would I tell Carla type thing?
Yeah. Or what would you do?
Fuck,
Like
dude.
not necessarily who would you tell, but it's like what would you do?
I think to be fair, and I'm going based off the people that I know, right? Based off the people I know. To be fair, I think I have that authority to be like, Tank, like you're fucking up, you know.
Yeah.
First and foremost, tell him like how it is, like you're fucking up, like you know that yes, yeah, your past relationships have been shit, but you have something good going on now. Kind of try to open his eyes in that sense. But I could only do that. Like I feel like I could only be that word to tell you guys it's not the right thing. Maybe it's just, I don't know if it's just a fling or whatever it might be. Pero yeah, I think it's fair to say that I would try to snap out of it, like snap whoever is out of it, and go from there. Would I tell like your significant other? Fuck, dude. Like, I know I'll be leaving. Like, I don't know. It's like I love Carla, and I don't know your girl Tank, but like I respect her because I know you're my friend, and I'm always gonna respect her. And obviously Cassie, I don't talk to her much, but I still respect her because of Miguel. Pero I don't know, dude. That now you're putting me in like in a fucking crazy ass predicament. Like it's so weird to even doubt that I wouldn't tell Carla. But for sure you'll fucking have me in your fucking ear talking shit about it. Like, dude, all these years, like blah blah blah. Like you know, come on, think about it, and hopefully yo hice mi porción de, I guess, tell you, but then say yes, you know. Like, let's kind of switch up a little bit the plot. What happens that yes, I'm sorry, I'm using Carla so much, but right, Carla's like, what the fuck, no? Is there mañana con el Romero? Is there anything you want to tell me?
Sí.
No, but I'm saying like if she finds out and then she knows that I knew, like I don't know. I could probably lose both of my friends. It's so tough, dude.
Wait, so I guess when we answered the question originally, is if you know your boy's girl cheated on him, I think, or at least for me, I didn't think of like, por ejemplo, you guys. because I feel like our dynamic's a little bit different. Where todos somos amigos, right? Like, for example, like with Rome, like we're friends with Rome, but we're also friends with Carla, and like así with everybody's significant
I
other
see.
in this group, así somos. So what if, por decir, once again, sorry, Rome, that we're using Carla, dude. But what if it was Carla that was cheating on Rome? Like, would you still tell Rome, being that también Carla is, or would you también have that side talk with her and be like, hey, like, what are you doing? You know, like,
Mm, I don't want to make it like political, right? But based on seniority del Romero, I think I would. I think I would. Yes, for sure. Carla would fucking hear me out, and you know, I'll tell her. I'll tell her often, not that cuss her out or anything, but tell her like, "What the fuck are you doing?" type shit. Like, are you
yeah,
serious? But and then probably let her know that I was gonna let him know because, um, again, based off seniority, I think I owe that to him. One
But what I hear
to
is that you would go talk to the cheater first before the cheated on. Is that right?
well, if I saw it, like for example, again, I know we're using you so much, right? But if I was to live with you, if I was to live over there, whatever, and randomly I show up at I don't know, a Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I see her with someone, yeah, she's gonna hear it from me there for sure. Like she'll hear it, and then let her know, like I guess pull her aside, and maybe not right there make a scene, but pull her aside and then be like, everything okay? Like what's going on? Like if I see, it's gonna be so obvious that you guys are always together. One, and then two, that randomly she's by herself with some guy that I don't know, and I'm sure you guys made friends since I've been gone. Like different, you guys have a different group of friends since I've been gone, but still kind of like, hey, so hey, how are you? Blah blah. Kind of started off in that sense, and then well, where's Rome? Like where the fuck is Romero at? And then you'll see kind of like body language. You'll see if she'll get a little bit uncomfortable type thing, and then I would kind of like no, a little bit kind of yay,
Mhm.
and then kind of pull her aside and let her know, and then después de ahí, a quick call is like, hey Romero, like my bad to bug you or whatever. I hate to be the person that gives you the news, but I mean I don't know where Carla's supposed to be or where she told she was gonna be at, but I saw her here. Like is that okay? I feel like I'm destroying some sort of thing there. But again, I just don't want that shit to be in the back of my head, knowing that I could have told you, and that yes,
Mhm.
spend 2-3 years later down the road, and then you find out, and then you're fucking like
Mhm.
devastated because of the way like everything happened, or I don't know what happened, or what else could build up from all of this stuff. But yeah, I think I would tell you right after my conversation with her. That's how I'm playing in my head. By I'll talk to her first,
Mhm.
and then I'll tell you. Mhm.
damn, dude. So, esta amistad tiene unión, dude, ¿no? Porque
Yeah,
hasta seniority, dude, hasta pinche.
I mean, I known him longer, dude. We've been together for such a long time that
But if you didn't know the other person, like if you didn't know,
because of the
you
group of
know,
friends that you guys have made.
in
Was that what I'm
in
saying?
a
Like,
different scenario, like I'm now with Carla. You never you only met Carla after I got with her or whatever. Like, would you still confront her, or you would just kind of from far away be like, "Hey, this is what I saw."
say it again. What was the scenario?
If Carla's somebody that you didn't know in high school that you didn't know back then,
Kind of like
I
let's put
kind
Tank
of
in the
like
spot.
Tank,
No,
yeah.
let's
Oh
put Tank
yeah,
in the spot now.
yeah.
Because he
So
that
you know,
Hasta
exactly.
Romero mismo estaba, ¿no? Like poniendo
Yeah,
himself, dude.
yeah. He's like,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Carla. No todavía.
Sí.
No. Let's put Tank in the spot, dude.
But yeah, like you don't, let's say you don't know Tank's girl that much, but you know who she is, and you saw her at Durbin's or whatnot, right? And like with somebody else, and would you do the same thing? Would you go up to her and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Or you would just kind of let it be because you don't know her that well. So you just kind of let it be, and then just, "Yo, Tank, this is what I saw."
I think it would be that. It would be that. Knowing,
Which
I
one?
guess. Hold on. Knowing that I go back to politics, I know Carla for a long time. Like I know Carla for such a long time that I have that that confidence that I could talk to her like very, very funny about stuff, but I could also talk to her very serious about any topic, and it's mutual respect, right? With this girl, in this case with Tank's girl, I only met her when I went to Chicago. Hey, hi, how are you? Ha ha ha. Tank, yeah, ha ha ha. And then that was it. But then I go out somewhere else. Yeah. And then I go out somewhere else, and then I see her. Yeah, I don't have that connection with her for me to be like, what's going on? No, I would not whatsoever. I would let Tank know, bro. Hey, FYI, believe me or don't believe me, I have nothing to lie about that stuff. Like I wouldn't want to hurt him in any specific way, but I will let him know. Just FYI, again, I came to B-Dubs, and I saw your girl, dude. I don't know if with some guy. I don't know if it was a cousin. I don't know who it is, but she was with someone. His thing would be, he probably would know that. Yeah, she went to B-Dubs. Probably he goes, yeah, I went to B-Dubs, but I'm gonna go B-Dubs with the girls. But then she's with the guy. It's kind of like, okay, then that's on you, and you handle that. But at least I did my part as a friend to be like, hey, heads up. I think it's fair, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair. Damn, dude. I think
many scenarios.
Yeah, dude, but I think I'm the one who talked the most, and I wanted to talk less, dude. Like, was kind of fucked up. But all right, let's keep it moving. Next question: Are you still in a time in life that if you found yourself single, would you want to start dating again?
If you, I don't know what that question was supposed to be, but
question.
If you're still at doesn't make much sense at the beginning.
It doesn't. But like at my age, like if I was single, would I want to date?
If whatever stage in your life or you are right, like whatever stage in life you are right now, and you find yourself in a place where you were single, like would you start dating again?
Quick disclaimer, dude. Just because I got to throw it out there, because my girl's like, "Oh, so you would start dating?" No, I do not want to date anybody, dude. Okay, it was just a question. It's right. Let's get it out there. I'll start it off. If depending on the circumstances, right? If I was single, I don't really think I would like así buscar and blah blah blah. Like if it happens, it happens. Pero no como de yo ir a buscar like an actual relationship. And like nowadays it's so easy, like with dating apps and stuff like that. Like no again, because I'm not looking for any no me atrae, and I don't want to really do it. Pero at that moment, I feel like maybe tampoco te digo si pasa y si no, I'm okay with it. That's just me though.
Okay.
Yeah, based on where life is, it is like I don't even know if
you have the time, no?
Because you said
Romero's like, I really got time.
No, but you talked about the dating apps. I don't even know if I would, you're like, oh, it's so easy to meet people. I'm like, I don't even know if it's that easy, dude. Like I think at this point it would just have to be if I was to meet somebody else, it would have to be through somebody that I know or something like that. I don't see myself like, oh, let me go out and start dating and see.
Speed dating, te ves a los speed dating.
Sí, güey.
En las iglesias, ¿no? Que estén organizados ahí por la kermés.
That's funny. Yeah, that would be weird. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. I don't think I would. And I was even thinking about like before I met my girl.
He's young, dude.
He's a young cat, dude.
I'm only like 2 years younger than you guys.
Still younger.
Trust me, dude. Once you're 2 years older, dude, it's gonna make a huge difference.
For real.
But yeah, like I think before like I met my girl, like it was kind of one of those like fuck. Like once we started dating, I was like, you know what? Like if this doesn't work out, like I think I'm just gonna like chill and shit. Porque I don't know, dude. I feel like it's something else in the dating world right now. Like like granted, como dice Johnny Boy, if it was to happen, like it happens, cool. But igual, like I think I would have just like deleted my apps and all that. And como dice Romero, like maybe ir a las kermeses, dude, a ver quién, like who do you meet, or like things like that. So yeah.
Okay. That's a fair answer, dude. La última pregunta, muchachos, porque pues ya you guys know the 1 hour mark, dude, and we can't overdo that 1 hour mark, dude. So
yeah.
If someone secretly recorded your last argument with your partner and played it on a podcast, would you be proud, ashamed, or defensive? Should I go first?
Si quieres,
Go
sir.
for it, then.
So we could piggyback
Pick
off
me,
the-
pick me.
Ooh, teacher, no? Like, yeah.
For sure, I wouldn't be proud, right? It's an argument. It's something where we're not seeing eye to eye.
Mhm.
But I also wouldn't be ashamed because of the reason that I know, I don't know, like in the relationship I'm in currently now, it's one of those things where I've have practiced it so many times. I'm still not good at it at all. But let's say if I go back to the last argument we had, I know that I stood quiet because I wanted to listen. I really did stay quiet. I wanted to listen. I did not let my anger or what I was trying to prove get the best of me and either shout it or anything like that. I think it's okay. And we talked about this with my girl. It's okay not to see eye to eye sometimes. But I also, one of the things that I tell her, and I've been telling her more recently, is like, I know there's a problem. I know that it's there. I know I'm not perfect. I know you're not either. And I know we're each trying to see, we're trying to put each other's in each other's shoes, right? And I guess that's hard itself. Pero I know that I told us, like, we're a team. You and I are a team, and let's try to find a solution. Maybe I don't want to force you to agree with me and see my point of view, and I don't want you to force me to see yours. But let's talk about it a little bit more, or let's take. I think I said let's take a break of talking about it. We'll get our thoughts together, and then we'll come back and talk about it. And I think kind of happened like that. I think I don't know what the fuck I was doing, and then we kind of sat down and talked. The I guess the anger or the little, I guess the anger was a little bit more calm, and then we talked, and then I don't want to say that we came to a full-on conclusion and we solved the problem, because it's not that easy, but we definitely did talk about it, and then we're more comfortable talking about it. We were more peaceful. And they're like, oh, well, let's try this, and then let's try that too. If that doesn't work, let's, plan B, plan C. And so I wouldn't be ashamed, and I wouldn't also be defensive. I don't think or maybe a little defensive. Like it's because it's private, dude. Like it's private.
No se metan en mi vida, no? Like,
it's private. It's such a private thing, when it comes to arguments and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely I wasn't like grosero, or I wasn't like out of pocket with her or talking shit to her, forcing her to see what I see. So I wouldn't be ashamed. I would be more, a little bit angry at the fact that it's my business and it's been thrown out there, maybe without my permission. I don't know, but yeah. What about you, Tim?
I guess it didn't specify, right? If it was played with the permission or not.
Right. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't be okay with my business being out there like that. What about you, think?
¿Cuál era la pregunta otra vez? Like,
I got you, dude.
Okay. Si para el domingo no te dejan ver el partido de la América.
I would not be proud of that argument, dude. Like, no. So like, I think como dice, like, Johnny Boy, like, I wouldn't necessarily be proud of any argument, right, in general, but I think I would be proud of how I've been managing it more lately. Y lo digo porque, like, I noticed that I was so used to just the whole toxicity of, like, back and forth, like, whether it be like raising voices, not necessarily yelling, but like definitely raising voices, yes. So, and like ever since I got with my girl, like ever since I was like that, where I'll be like saying something, and then she'll just be like quiet, and she'll just be like, okay, and like it would irritate me, porque part of me was like, all right, well, defiéndete, like say something. And then I remember one time she hit me with like, because no matter what I say, it doesn't seem like it's going to change your mind right now. So I'd rather just talk about it, with cool heads.
Mhm.
And ever since then, like I felt like a dick, dude. So I definitely like I've stopped doing that. Or at least I've tried stop doing that. Yes, the like I try to do the same now, where it's like, all right, like let me validate what you're telling me, and vice versa. Like she'll validate when I'm upset about something, and it's been more so where like maybe at first it starts off defensive,
Mhm.
but then like you kind of like stop and you're like think about it, and like you kind of like te pones a little bit in like her situation of what she's telling you, and then I'm like, damn, like you know what, like low key, like you're right, like I should have not done this, or I should have not said this. Y yeah, like I apologize, y eso. And I think it does help that she does the same también. So por eso digo, like I would be proud of how I handle it now. Um, este, pero pues obviously, like, yeah, like a discussion is a discussion. Like you never want it publicly out there.
Mhm.
Play it in a podcast, yes. So yeah, um, yeah, dude.
Mhm. That's fair, dude.
Well, I think it makes for great content, and then people can see how I'm always right. So,
Yeah, dude.
no, um,
El más humilde, ¿no?
Sí, güey.
no, I think it's yeah, like for sure, like it to me is not that I want the back and forth, but like even if it's a heated conversation, I want to know what you're thinking.
Right.
And because I'm able to control myself in the moment and not just kind of have an outburst of what I'm thinking, what I really want to say. Like I filter myself to try to communicate. And if it's in an argument, it might be in a more direct tone. And and it's unfair because I feel like I can do that very well. Me desespero when she's like, you know what? Like I'm not gonna talk about it. I just need time to think. Or when she like puts a stop to it and she's like let's not engage anymore. Like I want to talk about this later, or I need time to myself to process what just happened. Like that shit like pisses me off because I'm like, I'm right here. We're talking. Like I'm expressing my side. Like
Keep it
I'm
going.
waiting for your end. Like porque it's not an argument for the sake of argument. It's like it's an argument to try to understand each other in a way, and it might not be considered an argument, but it's more like a heated conversation because
Yeah.
we're both expressing different opinions and different points of views. And I'm like, because I'm like, I'm able to do it without being disrespectful. I'm able to, say what I want to say without being too harsh. I feel like I'm still filtering myself. And then when she's like, "Oh well, I can't do that. I just need time." It's like, God damn it! Like now, by the time you come back with an answer, I'm gonna forget my good answer.
Sí.
Y ya estás, ¿no? Bañándote, like, dándole el argument a los shampoos, dude. Y
Dude, I
like,
have a I have a whiteboard in the bathroom, dude, just in case I
Fucking
forget my
imagine
thoughts.
I do remember like when we started dating and we would get into arguments. I remember someone's like, I want to argue. I like to argue because
Mhm.
one of those things was like I want to hear what you have to say, not because I'm trying to prove myself right, but she
Yeah.
would take it like that. She would take it like, oh well, you're just trying to prove your point and like not listening to me. It's like no, I want to listen, and then I I'll tell you this, dude. Like she'll get quiet, and then I'll be like, well, what are you thinking? Nothing. Like what? Like my fucking my brain is racing to like fucking
Mhm.
yeah.
space and back, and then she's like, no, nothing. And then I was like, are you sure? Like you got nothing to say? And then she'll be like, yeah. No. It's like fuck. I don't know if she does it on purpose now, but then before, dude, I remember when she would stay quiet, she would really hold off because she would be mad. When she gets mad, she'll just
Mhm.
talk to talk and she'll spit whatever the
Mhm.
fuck she has to say, or whatever
Yeah.
comes to her brain. And then she'll be like, fuck, I fucked up. And then she'll start saying sorry. But then I'll be like, wait, is that really how you felt? She's like, no, I was just mad. It's like, but then wait, we say it and it's just another argument. It's like, well, I was pissed and you wouldn't let me, process, or you wouldn't let me this, wouldn't
Mhm.
let me that. It's yeah, it's just one of those. But Good questions, dude. Fuck yeah, good fucking questions. I'm not gonna lie. I wish Miguel was here, dude. Shout out to Miguel, dude. I know he's still dealing with the prom stuff, Tank, or ya pasó prom?
It happened. I think
It was Friday,
Friday. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. Okay.
so then now he's dealing with car troubles, huh?
Yeah. No, he's dealing with car troubles, dude.
Yeah, I saw his car, dude. Yeah, it's time for an upgrade, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, pero yeah.
Qué mejor manera, dude, que gane el América y se compre carro nuevo, dude.
Sí, es que va a ganar el especial, dude. El especial. Oh shit! All of a sudden, hold on, it's coming back. Hold on.
Ya cierra la puerta, ¿no? Por la ventana,
Sí,
porque.
no mames, sí,
Ya cierra la ventana.
se va, no. No se fue, güey. No, ya no alcanzo a ver. Flying too high, boy. Too high. Too high. I'm excited, muchachos. America game. It's gonna be hard, dude. It's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous as fuck to look at number one.
I think this is gonna, in my eyes, this is probably the hardest. Si ganan, va a ser the hardest championship that they've won, dude.
Hicieron en el Toluca, ¿ah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were number one.
De Mesio 10, ¿cómo se llama?
I think so. I don't know if they changed the name or not.
I know they remodeled the shit out of it, pero La Bombonera.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be tough. Se juega el miércoles y
Jueves.
sábado.
Jueves y
Jueves.
Domingo.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that, you know, my happiness depends on 11 people that do not give a fuck about me, dude. They do not. I repeat,
They don't even know who I
they
am.
do not care about me. They don't care if I'm okay or not, dude. So, yeah, my happiness was, it depends on that, dude, unfortunately. And then, yeah, if they win the championship there, I will see them next week, not this weekend, the following weekend over there in LA. And then hopefully they win there. I'm an LAFC fan as well, pero pues mi primer amor, dude, la América, dude. I can't back down on that. So, dude, it's gonna be a tough one, dude. I'm nervous. I'm nervous now just thinking about it. Mira el tanque leyendo algo que estás leyendo, dude.
Yeah. No.
Spit it out, dude. You have final thoughts, dude.
Read it out loud, dude.
Yeah,
Is the argument over text, no?
Sí.
No, dude, I was looking at something on my computer screen.
All of a sudden.
Not us, but okay.
All of a sudden, dude. Bob, but thank you everybody for joining. I wish we could have talked a lot more shit because Miguel's not here and he never hears the podcast anyway, unless someone tells him, right? But make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. All these can be found at thought-provoking.com. Don't forget it's free too, okay? Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Todos Toman Pod. That's a wrap.
You're a natural, dude.
I'm a natural, dude. I didn't even have to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have to see it this time. Better, yeah. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap for this week. Now next week we will go live.
Hopefully.
What is that? Wednesday, Thursday? Wednesday, right? Barra Libre Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following week. Oh no, todavía estamos aquí. And then for the following week, es así. A lo mejor se las quedo de ver. Pero hopefully for the live, we can all get back together. Ya saben, a las 9:30 Central Time. What is that? 7:30 Pacific.
7:30 Pacific.
So, I'm just stalling porque no encuentro the outro music, ¿no?
Oh, no. We keep talking, dude, or what?
Ya lo encontré.
You gotta give us some cue, dude, like something like this. Pero va. Peace and love. Get tank.
Nada, güey.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Saludo, ya no tiene.
No,
Claro.
ya se me acabó, dude. Ya se sacaron las flores, dude.